Every day, your PortaBilling system generates a gold mine of data. But for most telecom providers, mining that gold, turning that data into insights, is a real challenge. You could potentially use a PortaBilling database for reporting, but since it was designed and optimized for real-time billing, it will be inefficient for several reasons. First, the PortaBilling database schema contains over 360 tables, since the goal is to minimize the amount of data modified by a single update operation, which is ideal for real-time billing. For analytics, data must be combined across many tables, which requires time to learn the database structure and construct complex SQL queries. AI Datalink solves this by providing a few datasets with preprocessed aggregated data that are much easier to work with. Second, the PortaBilling database stores individual transaction records, such as XDRs, and calculating total minutes, revenue, or other KPIs requires the system to process millions of records. This means that running such queries is slow and can reduce the performance of other tasks, including normal operations in the web interface. On the contrary, AI Datalink has already aggregated data into the dataset, reducing millions of XDRs to just a few thousand records and making analytical queries blazingly fast. They are executed using cloud computing capacity. Finally, XDR records in PortaBilling's database that are more than a few months old are normally deleted to keep the database size manageable and ensure faster query performance. Thus, the system does not retain enough historical data to support year-over-year or long-term trend analysis. That's why we built AI Datalink. It takes your complex PortaBilling data, cleans it up, and delivers it ready for AI-driven analytics. AI Datalink handles the data flow automatically, so you don't have to build or support anything yourself. But does this mean that AI Datalink can replace all previous reporting tools for PortaBilling? No. There are many use cases such as those for near real-time reactions. For example, to monitor calls in progress or adjust routing if call success rate dropped in the last 15 minutes. So AI Datalink complements the existing PortaBilling reports or reports our customers have built themselves using PortaBilling database. Let's now take a look at how AI Datalink works. First, it securely extracts data from PortaBilling using Google Data Stream, which replicates your data in near real time into a Google BigQuery data lake. Then, using Google Data Form, AI Datalink transforms those 360 plus operational tables into just 20 to 25 clear analysis-ready tables. We merge granular events like XDRs for usage, subscriptions, and charges into a structure optimized for analysis. For example, if a customer makes 1,000 calls to Barcelona, Spain in one day, AI Datalink aggregates them into a single record with total call count and total duration in minutes. So now we have 100 or even 1,000 times less data to process, making the queries really fast. The transformed data is then stored in a dedicated encrypted project in Google BigQuery. This keeps your data isolated and secure for long-term analysis. From there, you choose how to work with it. Query the data directly from BigQuery or connect BI tools and AI agents for analysis using natural language prompts. The good news is that Google offers plenty of different connectors for such tools, which provide you with a variety of integration options. If you prefer visual dashboards, connect BI tools like Power BI, Tableau, or Looker using standard data connectors. This is perfect for finance and operation teams who need to monitor monthly trends or build high-level reports for the board. But if you want a more flexible conversational experience, you can use an AI agent like Claude Desktop. By using an MCP or Model Context Protocol server, the AI agent connects directly to BigQuery. You don't need to write SQL queries yourself. You simply ask a question in plain language, such as how many new activations of the SuperCall product did we have last week? The AI uses the MCP server to execute the necessary SQL and provides you with the answer instantly. Let's see this in action. Consider a product with a $9.99 monthly fee and a 1,000-minute domestic bundle. Is it actually making you money? Running this kind of analysis directly on raw operational data is a complex task. If you query call XDRs in PortaBilling directly, calls covered by the bundle will show zero revenue, even though they still carry some cost. To calculate true profitability, you have to manually link the revenue from subscriptions to the specific call XDRs that occurred within that exact billing period. This requires advanced SQL skills and a deep understanding of how tables relate to one another. But with AI Datalink, we have a charges dataset where this information is available for easy processing. Let's ask Claude to do the heavy lifting. Here is how the process goes step by step. Claude analyzes the question, examines the data, prepares an SQL query, sends it to BigQuery for execution via the MCP server, and gives you the answers to each question. Besides that, it even created a detailed report with recommendations including immediate billing model review and cost management strategies. With AI Datalink, these insights become easily accessible to business teams, giving CSP management clear and reliable visibility into their operations. Or let's say you need to understand how your product portfolio performed over the last 30 days, based on actual product activations and cancellations. AI Datalink tracks these changes automatically. You get a clear product performance summary, including growth and churn, within a minute. This turns product performance from a monthly report into a daily decision tool. But what if you could stop churn before it even happens? AI Datalink can identify customers whose call-in volume in the last 7 days has dropped by more than 20% compared to the same period last month. In seconds, we get a clear list of customers at high risk of churn, along with the exact percentage drop in their call-in activity. This gives my team a prioritized list for proactive outreach before churn actually happens and revenue is lost. So whether you are a CFO tracking cash flow trends or a marketing manager looking to upsell opportunities, the insights you need are now just a question away. For those who prefer a visual, bird's-eye view of the business, AI Datalink plugs directly into BI tools like Google Looker. In this cost and revenue dashboard, we can see the full financial health of the company on one screen. Filter by specific date ranges or drill down into specific vendors and customers. While PortaBilling's live database retains operational data for a few months, and it is suitable for real-time monitoring of individual transactional metrics, AI Datalink stores years of historical billing data and is designed specifically for long-term historical analysis and reporting. So you can compare revenue, customer growth, and service usage over time to build accurate revenue forecasts. We see our high-level KPIs, total cost, revenue, and our total margin. This data is pulled and calculated automatically from those clean BigQuery tables. Notice how we can see exactly where our money is coming from. Whether it's voice, messaging, or even custom services like licenses, the margin for each is clearly visible. And we can compare the volume and cost we pay to vendors against the revenue we collect from customers. The value here is speed. What used to take a finance team days to reconcile in spreadsheets is now live, interactive dashboard that helps you make decisions in seconds. When your billing data is always clean, connected, and ready for analysis, questions that once took days or weeks can be answered in seconds and by using natural language. AI Datalink turns PortaBilling data into a foundation for smarter, faster decisions across your entire business. Don't wait to unlock your data's potential. Subscribe to AI Datalink in the PortaOne add-on mart and start making decisions based on insight, not guesswork.